Alright, what's going on, guys? So today I'm bringing you a new series. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a week, but I've just been busy starting college and all that. But today is a series that I've been very heavily requested. I have lots of people ask me all the time, how do I always know where the enemy is? Why is it in one of my videos did I just turn around and run the other way and the other team was there? And it's just because I understand how the map is played out or how the different game modes are played out. So I'm going to help do that, and especially for COD Ghost, because I've really been enjoying COD Ghost lately. So I thought that maybe we can get more people playing COD Ghost if you guys understand how the game is played out and how I've been able to hit a clip about every half hour on COD Ghost, because it's actually been very, very fun to play. So if you are interested in trying to get better at COD Ghost even, or it just make the game more fun if you didn't want to waste your money if you haven't played it, maybe just hop on, give these little tutorials a look-see through, and maybe you'll actually find out that you can play the game a bit better than you could before, and you might actually find yourself enjoying it. So let's hop right on into it. Alright guys, so for this first drop zone location, you'll see it's right in the middle. And that is also the area where you want to stand. You'll notice that there are, when you're in the game, you'll notice you'll be on the hard point, and you'll actually be in between some stands that sell porters, some dark beer, if you've ever noticed, they're dark porters. Anyways, you want to stand there, and you'll notice that there are two primary spawns. That's where both teams spawn at the start of the game, because this is the first drop zone at the start of every game on Strike Zone. That is where you want to stand. You can look towards both spawns, and you can look towards both secondary spawns. So if you kill the people at their primary spawns, well, then they're going to change to the secondary spawns. When you kill them off the secondary spawns, there is a chance of them spawn flipping to the other side of the map, and you can start that all over again just by turning around. It's a very easy place to stand and snipe, and you can see basically both spawns from one location. So as you can see, I just dipped into the game a little bit there. You can see exactly where I'm spawning and where I'm looking around. That's all you need to stand. That's where you need to stand. You need to look through there. However, you'll notice there's the little door in the diner just to the side there, to your right side when you're looking at the first spawning location. Just be wary of there, because some people may run through that little doorway. Everybody likes to run that little tunnel there. Just be wary of that. Otherwise, you should be safe, and that is a good spawning location to stand at, or a good location to watch both spawns, rather. Alright, so I'm just going to go in a random order from now on for the drop zone locations, because unlike Hardpoint and Black Ops 2, which followed a specific order in every game, the drop zones in COD Ghost are actually totally random. However, there is a way where you can predict where the next drop zone location is going to be, but I'll explain that at the end of the game. It's a little complex or complicated, but you'll understand it when I explain it to you. However, if you recognize in the minimap, this current drop zone location, or the little minimap that I have displayed, this drop zone location is between the two vans near the statue at the bottom of the staircase. Basically, you want your team spawning in the pro shop on the same ground level as the drop zone. And you want the other team to be spawning in the back end of the diner, which you have to push up the staircase to get on, and they have to push down the staircase to get to the drop zone. As you'll see in this clip that I'm playing right here, you just want to have them spawning in that, right in the doorway of that diner there, and you can just push into the diner and they spawn right in the doorway. It's a very easy place to get clips on, and yes, that clip was hit in the live game. So I hope you enjoy that, and on to the next drop zone. Alright, so this drop zone location probably has some of the craziest clips hit, because both of the primary spawns are completely visible from the drop zone. As you can see, I actually have two feeding spots on this map, and it's because depending on which primary spawn your enemies are spawning at, that's the one you want to stand on. So as you can see, right now I have the pro shop highlighted slightly brighter than the hot dog stand, which is where the other primary spawn is, and that's because in the brighter of the pink feeding spots, that's where you want to be looking. You want to be looking from tucked away, and there's a little corner there that you can tuck in, and you want to be looking towards the pro shop. You can see all the way to the back of the pro shop, so it's really easy to watch your opponents line up for collaterals. And then if your team pushes in there, then they'll actually just spawn outside of the pro shop, and you can just keep walking through the pro shop, and then you'll see them all spawning again. So I especially say, if you're spawning in the pro shop, just walk all the way around the map and come up behind them, because you're just going to get spawn trapped in there pretty badly. And then if your team is in control of the drop zone and their team is spawning by the hot dog stand, you just want to tuck as far back as you can. I think there's some crates back there that you can hide behind. Or if the team's just flipped and your opponents are no longer spawning in this pro shop and you're still tucked away in that little corner, you can actually just turn around and you can see exactly towards the hot dog stand, standing from the exact same spot that you're standing at, looking into the pro shop, and you're also completely hidden if you tuck away all the way into the corner. And then even if your team kind of pushes in there, their secondary spawn is just at the top of the staircase, so chances are they're just going to run down the staircase anyways, and you'll just get to shoot them again. So it doesn't really matter if they're in the primary or secondary spawning locations for either of these spawning locations, because most people will just run through the exact same spot. It doesn't matter where they spawn. So this is a really good place. There's a lot of crazy clips hit from here if you watch Ghost videos. So yeah, on to the next and final drop zone for this map. Alright, so this is the final drop zone in Strike Zone, this map. And I'd probably say this one's the most fun. I know it looks like I have a little multi-eyed colored frog thingy there, but yeah, this one's probably the most fun, the most fair for both sides. However, if your team is in control of the drop zone and there's no enemies pushing onto the drop zone, you will quite literally spawn on the drop zone. So you gotta be pretty careful. It's not very often that that happens, but as you can see, the bigger of the two pink squares, the one I have lit up right now, if all of your opponents are down there and you're in control of the drop zone, you will spawn on the drop zone. So if you step forward, you're just going to constantly get slaughtered down until they push forward, and then you move, and then you spawn in the back of the spawning, or in the back little secondary spawn. And then the other primary spawn is, once again, the pro shop. The pro shop has 3 primary spawns. It's probably the biggest spawn, even though it's not one of the starting locations in the game. As you can see, I actually just run out of the primary spawn, because their team just took control of the drop zone, which means when I kill these guys in front of me, they now spawn flip onto the drop zone where their team already is, and then I can kill the same people from exactly where they were, and I can just stand down here and I can just keep shooting at them for days, essentially, until they back off to the secondary spawn, and then my team can actually push forward onto the drop zone and kill them from there. Alright guys, in the last little bit, so that then you know how to predict where the next spawns are going to be. And in order to do this, you have to know where the primary spawns for each drop zone are. And essentially, in the last 6 seconds, I believe it's about 6 seconds before the drop zone changes, the spawns will actually change before the drop zone does. So even if the drop zone is still in the location for 6 more seconds, the spawns will have actually changed 6 seconds before the drop zone does. So for example, you'll see where I light up right now. Pretend that is the drop zone, and there's 6 seconds or less before the drop zone changes, and say that you and or one of your teammates dies and spawns here where the little yellow square is. You know that if you or your teammate spawns there with less than 6 seconds left in the drop zone, the only primary spawn that's a primary spawn for is down here by these 2 vans. So you know that if you're spawning there, if your teammates are spawning there before the drop zone is changed with less than 6 seconds left, that means that drop zone has to change there. So I hope that kind of helps you guys understand how you can predict where the spawns are. You really got to learn where the primary spawns are first, and then you'll recognize some drop zones have the same primary spawn. So even though there might be like 2 different drop zones that all share the same spawn, the way the pro shop is a primary spawn for 3 different drop zone locations on this map. So it's kind of hard to tell where the drop zone is going to be if you spawn the pro shop. But on other maps where there's only 1 primary spawn for a specific drop zone, you know that if you spawn in that only primary spawn, then you know exactly where the drop zone is going to be in 6 seconds or less. Anyways guys, if this helped you at all, please understand how editing intensive this video was. It took me a very long time to create, so if you do like this and it does help you get inspired to go play a game maybe you haven't played called Ghost in a while, and you hop on and you have fun, and now you've actually made a good use of the $60 that you spent on the game that you might not otherwise have. I really hope you do. Please let me know in the comments if this did help you at all, and if you want to see this again, and please smash that like button because this took me a very long time to create. So yeah, let's try and hit, what do you say, 30 likes. I think that's a bit ambitious, but it really did take me a very long time to create. So if we can hit an insane amount of likes, that would it really make me happy and really inspire me to do it again. So please let me know if this helped you guys. Let me know what game and what map and what mode you want to see next. If we do hit enough likes, then I will do it. And otherwise, guys, as always, have a great day and peace.